Masai Mara. The start was leaving Nairobi. The drive to Masai Mara is 280 kilometers, which around 7 hours, including stop in the Great Rift Valley and Narok Town. There are places on Earth that don't care who you are. Places that existed long before your name did. Long before your city, your language, your history. The Masai Mara is one of them. Our first stop was in Koro Camp, located near the Masai Mara National Reserve. Staying here gives a different rhythm to the trip. The day slows down. You hear the wind, the insects, the birds, and sometimes distant animal sounds during the night. At night, the campfire becomes the center of the place. People gather, talk, eat, and prepare for the safari the next morning. The safari starts early in the morning, and here we start. In the middle of the drive, our driver got a message from another safari driver. There was a lion and a lioness nearby. That is how safaris work sometimes. The drivers are constantly sharing information, helping each other locate animals that are easy to miss. At first, there was nothing obvious to see. Then suddenly, she appeared. A lioness moving confidently through the plains. She was active and on the move, carefully making her way through the grass while remaining surprisingly difficult to spot. Watching her walk through her natural habitat gave us a better understanding of why these animals are such effective predators. A while later, we spotted them. The lions lying quietly, almost hidden in the landscape. They were not hunting. They were not moving much. The driver explained that they had already eaten a heavy meal, and that is why they were resting. For lions, sleeping after feeding is normal. They save their energy, especially during the hotter parts of the day. Not every part of a safari goes according to plan. The rough terrain had taken its toll on the vehicle, and one of the stabilizer components had broken during the game drive. The nearest place to make repairs was Talek. For us, it was also a chance to see another side of the region, not the famous wildlife or the vast savannas, but everyday life. After returning from Talek, we continued our game drive. One animal seemed to be everywhere: zebras. No matter where we looked, there were always more of them scattered across the Mara's endless plains. The elephants were a different story. More than once, they made us stop and wait as they crossed our path, moving wherever they wanted and reminding us who really belongs here. As the day came to an end, so did our safari. And on the way back to camp, the Mara gave us one final gift: a beautiful sunset stretching across the horizon. The perfect ending to an unforgettable game drive. The last and longest part of the journey was the visit to a Maasai village. The Maasai are one of the most recognized communities in East Africa, known for their clothing, beadwork, cattle culture, ceremonies, and long connection to the land. One of the first things visitors notice in the village is the chanting. The Maasai use rhythmic singing and vocal calls during ceremonies, celebrations, and community gatherings. Rather than relying on musical instruments, many performances are built around voices, rhythm, and group participation. The famous jumping dance, known as the Adumu, is one of the best-known Maasai traditions. As the group chants, warriors take turns jumping into the air while keeping their bodies straight. The performance demonstrates strength, endurance, and coordination, while also reinforcing a sense of unity within the group. After the ceremonies, they took us through the village and explained more about their way of life. They shared how the community is organized, the importance of cattle in Maasai culture, and how traditions continue to be passed from one generation to the next.
When you make a point, you're not supposed to think a point. Olives is strong. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can make a video? So they're gonna blow it and then try to see the flag. Like you can see we have fire now.
So you can see the ear.
Yes. The head of which animal? What's
The lion, the head of the lion.
Oh.
I told you we come with the skin, the head.
Oh.
We come with the canine and the claw. The meat we leave for highness.
Okay.
Yeah, the canine and the claw we make necklace for good luck.
Oh, nice.
One is a generation.
Oh. I am thinking right now.
Yeah, people inside the village.
150.
All records.
We were then invited inside one of their homes. Built from mud, sticks, and cow dung, the house was simple but practical, designed to provide shelter from both the weather and the wildlife surrounding the village.
That is fire.
Inside, the space was small, with separate areas for sleeping, cooking, and daily living.
You know, we have the kitchen, we have the guest room on that side. We have the room for the baby cows. So the house is divided into 7 rooms.
Like you don't have window.
No, we don't have window. We have a small community that is closed. This is we call porridge. It's a mix of boil water, then you put maize flour. You know corn, maize, corn. Then we crush corn. This is a portion meal. Then we make this. You give the children to sustain during the day.
The Masai Mara is more than a destination. It is an experience that stays with you long after you've left.
And Masai Mara is something, it's a place where you can have fun, you can
enjoy as well the weather, the climate, as well as the animals as well. So it's a place, it's a destination that offers so many things in one at once. For those who would like to come to Masai Mara, who would like to do a safari in Kenya, always take these places your first option. We are here for you. We will show you what the Masai Mara is offering. Surely.